Okay, so everything we learned today, everything we reviewed today has one main idea. Your body has to be strong enough for the demand you're putting on it. One step in your run doesn't need a ton of demand. It's the thousands of steps that you're taking that needs to be strong and stable. If you're not, that's when wear and tear happens, that's where compensation happens, that's where injury happens. Obviously, as you guys know, running is a repetitive movement pattern. And over time, that can create an injury, a weakness. So building strength in a gym where you are actually lifting heavy weight for low reps, long rest periods, at a weight that is challenging to your system, this is going to do a few things. It's going to, one, teach your brain how to become more efficient with your movement patterns, with your muscles, with your limbs in space, with what your joints are doing. It is going to build stronger soft tissue, stronger tendons, stronger ligaments, increase the tensile strength of the muscle, the contraction of the muscle, the amount of force your muscles will absorb on every single step, the amount of force and power that your muscles will produce when you land on one foot and your stride is to the next step, right? Having that ability to be like a spring is the job of your muscles, and the higher quality of tissue and muscle you have, the more force you can produce off them. So training is crucial for runners. So if you're not lifting weights, then again, you need to start. And if you're not comfortable doing that, then you need to call us right away so that you can get in here, learn how to do it, so you can be comfortable going into any gym, not having any second doubt on, am I doing this correctly or not? Right? Because that's most people's biggest concern is, I don't want to go to a gym and look like I don't know what I'm doing. But if you have that confidence and know, this is exactly, I know what I'm doing, I'm going for this, this is the movement patterns I'm doing, this is how to execute it, this is why I'm doing it, then there is no hesitation and your confidence is through the roof because you feel comfortable in that space. So running is a sport, but strength is your training. NFL players don't just play more football to get stronger, they lift. And they're getting hit all the time. Yes, they get injured from some of the hits, but the big idea, the big point here is that if you want to get better at a sport and become durable in the sport, then you need to build strength. So let me give you an overall approach to pain. You need to resolve pain first, and then you restore the movement, and then you build strength on top of that to keep that restorative movement going. Whenever you get injured, you have to go back to that same beginning. Resolve pain, restore motion, build strength on top of that movement pattern. If you skip one, if you resolve pain, which sometimes it happens when they go to massage therapists, chiropractors, PTs, or even just rest it, but you don't restore your movement pattern, but then you start building strength on top of that, now you're going to be in a little bit of a gray area where more than likely at some point you're going to create an injury because you haven't restored the normal movement pattern. Your brain will tell you this is the new normal, and that doesn't mean that it's appropriate. Our body is really good at becoming efficient. And efficiency does not mean proper movement. So now at this point, because you haven't repatterned your movement, You're building strength in a compensation that then over time will cause more wear and tear, and then it's hard to come back from. It's definitely possible, it's not crazy, but it's going to be harder to break that habit when you've built so much strength and you've trained so much into that poor pattern than to do it in the beginning after you've relieved the pain. Then you restore the movement pattern and then you build the strength. So my prescription for you is to do 2 sessions of strength training per week. If you don't want to be a gym rat, that's totally fine. I don't expect you runners to want to go into the gym and spend 3 to 4 days a week doing crazy movement patterns, strength training. You're not bodybuilders that run. You are runners that lift. And that's the key. Your focus is running. So when you go to the gym, your focus should be just let me build strength for running. Not let me build strength just to be strong, or let me build muscles just to build muscles, which you can do, but again, I'm going to address the real big problem with most runners is that they do not lift to build strength. So again, the goal isn't to become a gym rat, a power lifter, a bodybuilder. The goal is to be a pain-free runner. And you can do that by choosing the right exercises and maximizing your strength in the right areas. If you're dealing with nagging pain that continues to come back, whether you rest, you stretch, you get massages, you foam roll, you do all these other things, but it keeps coming back, the practitioner is missing a big point to your problem. And here at Health Shift exactly what we do. We help people look at the overall scenario to find those weak links that helps people go back to do what they love to do, and they learn what they need to do to keep the pain from coming back, or they learn how to understand when the pain comes, they need to do this to make sure it doesn't get bad so they can continue to run. So Health Shift is here in Hillcrest on the corner of Park and University. And I am giving away a free assessment to anyone who is listening to this video. If you have any friends or family that is also in need of our services because you think we are a good fit for your friend's family, then please send them my way. But again, the overall goal here is runners, you need to be lifting, you need to be building strength so that you can become a better runner that is pain-free and is not breaking down every single time they go out and hit the road.